Hi, everyone, and welcome to NYC Apartment Building Chat. This is where I bring on industry professionals in the co-op and condo industry who I think will make a great resource or co-op and condo boards out there. And today I have the great pleasure of having all the way from Canada, Pat Crosscombe with me, from the founder and CEO of BoardSpace. So Pat, welcome.
Thanks, Tina. Thank you so much for inviting me to chat with you today. I'm looking forward to our conversation.
So am I. This is going to be fun. And why don't we just start right away? And why don't you just tell me, why do you do what you do and how did you end up starting your company?
I am a total accidental entrepreneur. I had a very different career. I went to university and I did agriculture. I'm actually a dairy science specialist, so I love cows. And when late in life, I ended up in Ottawa and I had a full-time job. The first time in my life, I had a full-time job. I had enough money. I bought my first home, which of course was a condominium. And I was so excited and I moved into my condominium. And within about 2 weeks, I realized that, there was a lot of noise going on and people were talking. And I learned very soon, and then essentially over the next year, that I had bought a lemon. It was a lemon condo. It was all those horror stories that you hear about condos. So I volunteered to get on the board because I thought I could help, and I definitely wanted to try and fix all our legal problems. So I got on the board. We were a board of 3, and I spent 5 years on this very, 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 very busy board trying to fix all of our problems. Well, we had a great board. It was a lot of fun. We worked well together for the most part in those days. But none of us knew anything about condos. None of us knew anything about boards. And the only technology that we had to help us get our jobs done was our email accounts, nothing else. And so we were crazy busy, legal affairs. We had lots of construction going on. I learned so much. But after 5 years, I was truly worn out. I was so frustrated by trying to find documents in my inbox, and I had at that time over 5,000 emails. So just finding the most recent minutes of a particular meeting before we had edited them was, painful, because there were, multiple emails and the reply all emails and so on and so forth. So after, I think I was about 3 terms in, I decided not to run again. And I had this idea that I was going to build a better mousetrap. I was going to build a tool that would help condo boards get their work done. So that's what I jumped off and started to work on. And I will tell you that I did not come from a technology or software background. I'm a dairy science specialist. I know all about cows, but I knew nothing about software. So off I went, and I have spent the last, how many years? I guess it's 7 years now building BoardSpace.
Wow, that's amazing. And you provide, your service, we're going to get into that. Your service is really fantastic. And I have seen it and used it, and it's wonderful and very well needed. So a dairy farmer who bought a condo, who volunteered to your board, and you realize that this is just a big mess. Someone has to help fix this. So BoardSpace, what is it that now that so you're not a technology person, but you developed this fantastic technology, and what is it that BoardSpace does?
So as you said, BoardSpace is in the cloud. So we are software that organizes a condo board's records. So all your documents, minutes, looks after to-do lists, and it organizes it in a way that you can actually find them again. So if you go looking for a document, you can find that document because we have it organized in a way that is user-friendly and anyone can find it. We also keep track of who is doing what so that you never forget to get something done. And again, the reminders are automatically sent. So you get an email every week telling you have this to do. We also, we have a number of other things as well. So we have a search function that lets you go back through your BoardSpace and find anything. So any piece of data, a meeting, a motion, an event, an action, or anything, and you can find it with a very simple keyword search. We now have e-signatures because obviously in the last year with our wonderful pandemic affecting everyone, especially boards, it's been more and more difficult for boards to actually be together in the same room and be able to sign documents. So the e-signatures was something that we created as a result of the pandemic.
That's great. And so this obviously saves boards a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of agony, I'm assuming. Yes, agony there's a lot of agony in not being able to stay organized. And what are the different parts? So it's basically a project management software specifically for a board.
Well, loosely it's project management, but it's actually much more than project management. It's because I call it board management. Project management software has a specific purpose, and it's tailored more to things like a team in a company rather than a board, which has a very unique set of responsibilities because governance is the main responsibility and oversight.
When should a board call you? Today?
Right away, because there is no time like the present to either get organized or to be better organized. I talk to a lot of different boards in a week, and I always ask them before I meet with them for a demonstration, let's say, is I ask them what kind of technology they're using. And the vast majority, I would say like well over 90% will tell me basically nothing, or email. Everyone's using email, of course, but they're using like a Google Docs or a Dropbox. That's when people come to me. I even have some, recently I chatted with a fellow, he was a brand new board member and he was stunned when a previous board member came to him with a banker's box filled with records. For him, that was the trigger that he had to go find a better way to look after all this paper. So he basically came to me almost without the rest of his board. He wanted to get some ideas as to what would make his life better. And then he went back to the board and sold BoardSpace to the rest of the board, and they're now using it. But there is no time like now to get better organized, because I appreciate how difficult it is for a volunteer board of directors, 3, 5, or 7 people who are all busy people with full-time jobs and families and lives, and they don't need to spend crazy amounts of time trying to find documents. So their administration. Really lucky, they might even meet Bill, BoardSpace Bill, my very friendly and very cheeky unicorn mascot.
He's fantastic. I see him all over social media. Nice to meet you, Bill. I didn't think that I would ever see him. And he got the memo too. I'm wearing pink, you're wearing pink, and Bill is wearing pink.
Indeed. Indeed.
Well, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. This was great. I'm going to spread the word and hope that you will be able to help a lot of co-op and condo boards who are very disorganized, who can definitely use your help. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to helping them, and it's been great to chat with you.
Have a good one. Bye, everyone, and thank you for stopping by.